Hi, I'm Dr. Kashmer. I'm a board-certified surgeon. I'm the chair of an admissions committee for a medical school. I've been sharing with you all ongoing webinars all about the MCAT because my focus is how to help you package the best application you can to be the best physician you can, be able to get into the school you choose. And so today, let's talk about the 10-day warning. And this is what to do if your MCAT is 10 days away and you're not ready, and how to never be this person, how to never be the person who is in this position. But if you are, let's talk about today what to do to try to get you to the best place we can. Well, does this feel familiar? The panic spiral. It's late. Your test is like 10 days away. You just took a practice exam and the score wasn't there. Again, quiet voice in your head says, there isn't enough time. There's not enough time. You're looking at the same content that you've seen maybe 50 times before. You're not sleeping well. And underneath everything is a fear that all your hard work isn't going to pay off. It's not going to translate into test day. But you try not to say it out loud. Well, today we have two audiences and one webinar. If this is you right now in the panic spiral, stay with me. We're going to tell you exactly what to do with these 10 or so days and what to stop doing. I see people ask about it all the time on Reddit, and rather than try to answer everyone in Reddit or the online forums, I thought, hey, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we see from all the students we've coached before. Let's talk about what to do to get out of the panic spiral. Now, if your test is months out, you're part of the other audience. And this is about the most valuable 10 to 20 minutes, not really 30, of your entire prep. I'm going to show you the fork in the road and how the choice between calm and panic is being made right now. Well, here's why listen to me. Like I said, I'm a board-certified surgeon, trauma and acute care surgery boarded, general surgery boarded, also transplant, abdominal transplantation fellowship trained, and I'm an admissions committee chair. So I've seen a lot of applications, talked to a lot of students, and I kind of know what it takes to be in the yes, the maybe, and the no pile for whether you come to a school. And I know what your score has to do once it lands. Well, this isn't me, but it certainly shows what a physician might look like if they work in or around the ORs. I don't wear that kind of hat when I do it. That's the bouffant hat. But either way, this is kind of often the goal for people. We typically don't have the scrubs with the pockets on the side, but you never know. Some places do. I'm a board prep builder. I've trained thousands of physicians in training. And I've helped them to master their exams and for their hard work to turn into excellence on their surgical exams, like the ABSITE, American Board of Surgery in Training exam. And I've done the same for MCAT students historically. And I really want to share it. It's a lot of what I wish I had when I went through the process. And to me, it's really about giving back. Now, the MCAT is very hard to fix in 10 days. It's almost completely controllable, though, if you start early. This brief webinar covers both truths. Well, here's the hard truth about 10 days out. 10 days can't teach you the MCAT, but it can teach you the MCAT, but it can stop you from bleeding points that you've already earned. Here's what 10 days can't do. It's not enough time to learn content you've never learned. Let me say it again. Not enough time to learn content you've never learned. Panic cramming large knowledge gaps actually lowers your score. You just get exhausted and rattled. And even if you get a point and feel good because you say, I was able to answer that question on the Doppler effect, the drop points you lose from fatigue, whether that's mental fatigue as the test goes on or inability to recall, it more than offsets that. But here's what 10 days can do. Most panic students don't have a knowledge problem. They have a bleeding problem. They're losing points to timing, misreads, second guessing, and exhaustion. Those leaks are fixable in days. Your entire job in the 10-day window changes. You're not here to learn the MCAT. You're a medic doing triage. You need to stop the bleeding, and you need to stabilize the patient, and you need to walk in rested. Here's the 10-day triage move 1 and 2. This is what we recommend anyway. Move 1, stop cramming new content right now. In the final 10 days, stop consuming new content. No new videos, no new chapters. The marginal point you might gain, again, is dwarfed by the points that you'll lose from anxiety and exhaustion. Instead, review only what you've already touched. Your error log, if you have one, your flagged questions, your high-yield topics you keep missing. You consolidate. Do not try to expand your knowledge base. Move 2, mine your mistakes, not the textbook. Your highest value material about 10 days out isn't a book. It's the record of your own misses. If you don't have one, do the best you can to scavenge the ones you remember. Do the best you can to mine your misses. Now, MCAT Smackdown helps you build one with our online interface and our AI coach, but if you didn't have the advantage of something like that in your course or in your prep, go back to what you've done before and mine your misses as best you can. Sort every wrong answer that you can, honestly. Was it knowledge gap? Was it misread? Was it a timing crunch? Was it I talked myself out of it? You'll see a pattern fast. Again, with courses, often like MCAT Smackdown, will help you develop that. It'll be transparent throughout. So you're always working down the areas that are your leaks for your point leaks. But it's almost never, I just don't know enough. It's usually timing and misreads that get you. And this is often fixable in days, not months, at least to some extent. So study where it counts. Well, here's the 10-day triage, move 3 and 4. Move 3 is due 2 or at the most 3 full lengths, spaced and reviewed. You probably won't be able to get 3 in before your exam, and don't do them right up to the day of the exam. You're going to be exhausted. Take 2, maybe 3, spaced out, same day of the week and time as your test if you can. Take the breaks that are part of it. The goal isn't the score, it's the stamina and the calibration. Now make sure the last full length comes no later than 3 days out. You'll need that 3-day room to recover before you take your actual exam. Move 4 is taper into test day. And before we even get to move 4, move 3, don't just take these exams. Go back to them and see if you can't mine them somewhat to get a sense of your mistakes. If you don't have an error log already, kind of use these to do that. It's very key that you get a sense of what your issues are if you don't have one by that point already. Now, move 4 is taper into test day. The last 3 to 4 days, wind down. Don't wind up. Light review of your error log, especially if you have one from these last full lengths. Get real sleep. Protect your nervous system. You'll need it. Every elite performer, athletes, musicians, surgeons before a major case, tapers before the moment that counts. Think about seeing yourself take the exam and being successful. That visualization calibrates your nervous system as much often, or at least close, as actually doing it. You will do it. You put the time in. So think about it like you are. Cramming the night before doesn't add points. It just decides whether you walk in sharp or you walk in wrecked. Here's the fork in the road. Path A is calm at 10 days. Path B is panicked at 10 days. Now, let me be clear. It's important to know that you don't visualize yourself completely, doing great on the MCAT, all these things. That can often make your brain feel like you already did and relax too much. But see yourself going in confidently, performing your best. Those things are positive. I wouldn't recommend seeing that you've already overcome it, because often your brain, in a lot of studies on performance, feels like it already did it at that point. We don't want that, but we want you calm and we want you ready. So path A is calm at 10 days. Path B, by contrast, panicked at 10 days. Let's talk about path B and how to avoid it. Path B is rereading content right up into the exam. It's avoiding cars, not doing it every day. If avoiding cars is on here twice, it's so severe. It's not having an error log, not developing your stamina, and it's no system, just effort and hope. Now, path A is calm at 10 days. That's daily cars practice if you've done an error log system throughout, stamina building, early diagnosis, structured taper. That avoids the last minute panic. Now, it doesn't mean, again, you can't triage with these different things, and do the best you can. But it does mean Path A is the place to be, if at all possible. Panic at 10 days out is not created at 10 days out. It's created months earlier by doing things that feel productive instead of things that move the number. Now, the choice between these paths is being made right now, whether you notice it or not. Triage has a ceiling, though. The uncomfortable truth is everything in the triage plan is damage control. The best you can do once you're already in an emergency is get that triage done and right the ship as best you can. But the hard reality is triage has a ceiling. If the person panicking 10 days out can stabilize, that's great. But they can almost never get the score they could have had if they've been building correctly all along. So use the system that prevents the emergency. Diagnose early. Know where the points are leaking. Do daily CARS practice, not avoidance. Keep a real error log with your errors and the type of errors. Build stamina over months. Taper intentionally before test day. The whole reason MCAT Smackdown exists is to make sure you're the student who never needed the ER at all. Ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure. What's your first move? How do you become Path A and avoid Path B? Take the free diagnostic. The first step applies whether you're 10 months out or even if you're doing damage control now, 10 days out. Find out where you stand, get a quick sense of your weak section. MCATSmackdown.com does that with a really brief diagnostic. It won't pinpoint all your leaks specifically, but it will give you a sense of your section performance. MCAT Smackdown early on does your specific leaks as part of the program. The free MCAT diagnostic assessment identifies which sections and habits might be costing you points. Now, 10 days out, it tells you precisely where to aim your triage for your weak section. Again, you're probably going to do that with the full lengths also for stamina, but this diagnostic is like a rough and ready way to get a sense of that. Now, if you're months out, it's the starting line that keeps you off the panic path entirely. You can't say enough about trying to be that Path A student and avoid all those issues that you can just imagine if you get toward 10 days out and you just haven't done the things you feel it takes for you to be ready. So take that free assessment now. That's MCATSmackdown.com. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until you're 10 days out and afraid. The people who win the MCAT are the ones who diagnosed early and built or used a system created around them. Now, MCAT Smackdown has an interface with an AI coach, an error log built for you so that you can suss out your type of errors. And after you do the diagnostic, or even before, there's a free webinar on that page that talks about the 5 common score leaks we see. And you can do some self-diagnosis with some of the questions that are in there about what type of leak you may have. Now, look, if you're scared right now and you have 10 days left, there are things you can do to improve your score and to demonstrate your hard work on the exam. I promise. Follow some of the triage rules in here. You do need to sleep, and you need to make sure that you're not processing a ton of new information and you're doing what you can. And if and when you do take another full leg, leave yourself at least 3 days or so to decompress and to taper. Let this be the thing you do instead of refreshing the same chapter for the 5th time. Now, if you're not scared yet, great. You're in a great place. Go take the assessment. Let's keep it that way. MCAT Smackdown was created by me, a medical school admissions committee chair, and a team of physicians and educators who've done this for a long time. So we pre-built the plan that keeps you on Path A and helps you avoid Path B because we know what the score has to do once it lands on your application. Look forward to talking with you more. Go ahead and check out MCATSmackdown.com for your diagnostic and that free webinar on your score links, your score leaks, and best of luck. See you soon.